Because of how, and I'm explaining why you need a special socket at the moment. It's because of this cord right here. This one. The cord is the problem for sockets, because sockets just go straight over. So you have to get a special socket, or you can use what's called a line wrench, which is what they use for brakes. I'm gonna slow down here. This is 25. But yeah, they use a line wrench, and it's like a regular wrench, except it comes more around and leaves just enough room to let a cord or brake line go through and then come down onto the actual socket. If you look up line wrenches, it'll make a hell of a lot more sense than what I just explained, I have a feeling. Because I don't usually explain things very well. But I'm good at training people, which is the funny thing. Like I said, full of contradictions. And I think I said this on the way over, but I just talk in gibberish sometimes. Especially if I'm angry. And I don't want to vocally curse. I'll just start yelling stuff in gibberish. They'd be like, or something like that. Sometimes I throw real words in there, but they're not curse words, they're just random words. Yeah, like yatte. Poor pronunciation of that, but it's something I'll just throw in there randomly. Whatever word comes to my brain, I throw it out there. And that's pretty much how that goes. Holy crap, I'm going on for 35 minutes. This is going to be a long episode. This is going to be a long vlog. Holy crap. High 45 minutes to get home. Oh, 35, 50 minutes to get home. Because I got to stop by Wendy's and get something to eat from mom. And go. The sun is back. It's the sun, oh my gosh. And it's a rarity around here because we're a rainforest and we get a shit ton of rain. Oh, look at that. It's coming halfway up my glasses. And it's 50 through here because this is a small highway. 167, if you will. No, this is 169. 167 is over there. You can get to 167 by 4 or 5. This is 169. Or I get these two mixed up a lot because the number's only two different. 167 or 169. As you can tell, I'm having trouble talking. That's a recent thing. I haven't had, and that's just true about most things today. Is I've been having trouble talking, more trouble than usual. So that's weird. But no, that's red. Yeah. Really sunny, as you can. Oh, you guys can see that. What am I saying? But yeah, it's really sunny. Oh, look, there's some clouds on the horizon. So yeah, this is just a little hole in the clouds. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for traffic to stop before I can check. It's blinding out here. Oh, look at my beard. It's got a little beard. And something I found out about this good old beard of mine is it doesn't really grow unless I put growth oil in it. And so, if I want to get fuller, I gotta go back to using the growth oil, because... And green, please? Nope, it's them. So I gotta start doing that every day again. I've got 2 months worth of... Well, month and a half worth of supply. I combined one with another for the scents. So I've got 2 bottles, one of them is halfway through, and one of them is supposed to last you a month. And it's lasted me 3 months? So yeah, I'm not nearly doing them as much as I should. But, of course, that's me wanting a beard, saying I should do, not doing as much as I should. Of course, Brandon, Marissa, they think I should shave my beard off. And it's thin beard, don't get me wrong. It's a really thin beard. You can see my jawline floating in my beard, as you can see now. But I kind of like it. fits me pretty good because of my personality being all contradictory, and with how honest I am, I'm kind of see-through. So, and that's the thing. I'm very, 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 I'm probably too honest. To be perfectly honest, I'm probably too honest. But there are still things I have trouble talking to others about. But that's pretty normal for anyone. But yeah, I'm too honest. But on the flip side, and I didn't notice this until I looked back, and this is back in middle school. When you try to be one certain way, because at the time I was trying to be honest, these days it's just something I am, is when you're overly honest, the overly honest people are the people you want to worry about. Because when you're overly honest, it automatically gave me perspective on how to lie. I don't do it very much, not very good at it, but I am good at acting. Well, not compared to an actor or actress or something, no, not good. But to me, I'm okay. Just one of those things that's weird. Up and away over the hill. Because this place is all hills. All hills. Which is one of the reasons I hated bicycling in this area. I call it bicycling because I guess that's the most easy term to call it. I don't know idea why. I have no idea why I say most stuff. So that is the thing. I say this and people take it as a joke, but I'm serious. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I can just look at a situation, or I can look and see what I should do, but I'm not entirely sure on which thing I'm doing. But when I am, I'm pretty damn good at it. The thing is, and I think you guys may have noticed this, but I don't use certainty a lot. What I mean by that is I don't say, this will happen, this won't happen. I will be here this time, I won't be here this time. I don't say that a lot. Because I cannot guarantee it. That's why I use probably, should, shouldn't. That is why I use those terms all the time. And I guess, no, yep, the reason is from basic. And I think I've talked about this before, but it's after I've been chaptered, that's the military term for it. And there's different chapters, chapter 11, chapter 19. Chapter 11 is disciplinary, but I didn't get chapter 11. I got medical discharge. Don't remember what chapter that is, though. But I was cleaning the M4s, the 240s, the 249s that we were using at basic. I cleaned them, got them pristine. And then 4th Platoon got a hold of them and completely fucked up the entire job. But I didn't know that. So the next day, when the drill sergeant came out, I told him I personally cleaned these and made sure that they were absolutely clean. That was the last time that I used certainty in my sentences. Because they used the cleaning oil and they left it on there, which is something you don't do because it leaves it a mess and will corrode easier. That's why when you store any kind of firearm, airsoft gun, because this also works for them, you store them dry. You do not lube them up at all until you're ready to shoot it. That way it'll last much longer. And apparently 4th Platoon didn't get that. That's also the platoon, the stereotypical platoon that fucked up everything. Except they really did. And I'm pretty sure they gave up. Well, I won't say they gave up. I'm sure some of them were trying, but with as many things as went wrong in that platoon and how many things they did wrong, there had to be more than a few people not giving a shit. Which is highly dangerous. And why do I say that? When you're overseas, how do you think that's going to affect your combat ability? It's going to get you and your entire squad killed. So, yeah. There's a lot of things that when you put them into either survival scenario or combat scenario, that you're like, why? And unfortunately, well, I guess fortunately, I look at a lot of things in that light, so that's also one of the reasons that I guess that I'm laid back a lot. Another contradiction. Is, what was I saying? Oh yeah, laid back, but yet uptight about stuff. One of the, and I've said this before, and this is one of the reasons that, did I talk about that? I think so. I had a slight confrontation with one of the other employees about safety. I was cooking chicken. I got a pimple right there. Holy crap. I was cooking chicken, and he would place the spatulas on the dirty steel with old crusted on chicken on there. And of course, this is towards the end there where I was in a lot of pain. And I was not exactly praising things like I normally would. Whenever I get into a lot of pain, I get a very, 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 very short temper. And, well, I lose control of my temper that I've gained over the years, because I used to have a really, really, really bad temper. And we just minorly raised our voices, but it still makes me think of the thing he kept saying, which doesn't make any sense to me. He's saying that exactly what he was doing with putting the spatulas on the dirty surface, with old chicken stuck there, that was U.S. health regulation. And when I see something that's safety, I do not keep my mouth shut about it because of the military thing. And they tell you this whenever you go get your health card. Well, they call it a health card. Or what it's called in school was food handler's permit. The food handler's permit or a health card teaches you the basic stuff. What was I saying about it? Don't remember. Oh yeah. When you do the health card or food handler's permit, one of the things they tell you, and a lot of people slough this off, or at least what I think, how it seems like they slough it off, is that the bad bacteria, if someone elderly or young, or someone with a depleted immune system, like me, unfortunately, the arthritis messes with my immune system, but people in those scenarios, they could die if you don't prepare the food right. So, yeah. And like I said, I think a lot of people slough it off, or at least what it seems like they're sloughing it off, because of all that. And it's just stupid. I can guarantee that anyone who watches this and then... never mind, I'm not going to even go with that, because that'll ruin a lot of things for people. Fast food in general. Howdy, could I get a son of a Baconator sandwich?
Okay.
And that'll do it.
$5.38, thank you.
Thank you. And where's my wallet again? In here somewhere, I think. Hi there. Remember where the hell I put my wallet. Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm at Wendy's. Just waiting for the burger, and there it is. Thank you. You as well. And the weed. Y'all didn't hear anything. Woo. Mom told me she wanted a burger on the way home, so that's why I'm stopping picking it up. It's just one of the small little double burgers with bacon. Or a mini baconator, if you will. Let's see now. Go this way? Nope. Go this way? Yes. Because this way is back towards home. And like I said, I'm hurting, so I need to go relieve some of my pain. What was I talking about before? I don't remember. Pretty sun outside, behind all the clouds and stuff. I don't know how well you guys can see that, because cameras don't pick up things as well as the human eye, which is interesting, isn't it? You look at biology and nature, and we still aren't able to replicate 10% of what they do. I'm talking about the stuff that is really crucial that could change how we do things, like being able to make spider silk. That would enable us to do so much more stuff because of its tensile strength. It is the tensile strength of spider silk on our spider web is stronger than steel. So if we could produce that, that would just unlock a lot of stuff. And something I saw, because I watch a lot of documentaries and stuff like that. Something else I saw, I think it was a couple weeks ago, was growing stuff. And I'm not talking about growing flowers, growing plants. I'm talking about growing batteries, growing computer chips. They actually grew battery. I don't remember exactly how it went, but this is a really, really, really general overview. What they did basically was create the positive half, the negative half, and then, and like I said, this is very general because I do not remember exactly how it works. But they were able to get those to be one thing, and it easily, and then remember, I don't remember a lot of this, but it easily functioned as a battery. Perfectly, ran battery powered stuff perfectly fine. But it is expensive and time consuming at the moment. And I think that's a really good direction that we are going. Because at the moment, we are creating so much havoc on our ecosystem. And that's the best way to think of our planet as an ecosystem, at least in my view. Because everything makes a lot more sense that way. It's easier to deal with things if you look at the world as an ecosystem, and then all the smaller ecosystems like rainforest, the ocean, oh, not the ocean, rainforests, deserts, and that kind of stuff. Those are all ecosystems within an ecosystem. Ecological stuff is complicated as hell. But most of the documentaries and stuff I watch on are for animals or past technology, past peoples, Mayas, Incans. I have not looked up almost anything on the Saxons, though. For obvious reasons. Well, not obvious reasons. Excuse me. But if you remember back to, what was it? I think it was one, excuse me, dang. I believe it was one of my World of Tanks playthroughs. I talked about past lives, because I went and did a few, but I need to do more to be able to figure out exactly who they were. I know I got a name, but I'm still hesitant to outright say that that was my past life. I am this guy, blah 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 blah, even though I said it in the video, because of that saying, because of the certainty thing I was talking about earlier. And over here, roll down the window. Oh, someone just came in through the gate, you see. Mom made food for me, so I'm happy. Mom and I take turns cooking. And one of the curious things, and things I'm really glad Mom did, is she had Brandon and I start cooking from a young age. 10 or 11. So that has really set us up good, because we can cook for ourselves. And a surprising number of people these days don't cook for themselves. Or at least that's what I'm finding. Again, I'm in the rich frickin' areas. Well, not rich, but you get my point. There are rich and non-rich areas. I'm in one of the medium areas that's got some rich people, some not, but mostly rich people. And I mean, look at all these cars. They are pristine, all new. I don't like homeowners associations. But, yeah. What was I talking about? Hell if I know. Like I said, I'm doing that a lot more these days. As you can tell, I've done it 4 or 5 times in this recording part. Not counting the recording part earlier. There we are. Throw that back in there. Turn it off. Oh, it's a light. I'm gonna sit you down for me. You go look to the sky. Hands in the sky. Hands towards the eye. I'm just going crazy. Oh, look at that. I beat the car by accident. Oh, crap. I'm squishing Mom's food. That's not good. Yeah. Got everything in this bag. I'll show you all this stuff. It's a little awesome. Leave those in here. Yeah. See? It's all in that bag. So here we are. I know I'm going to need my cane, so I might as well get that out. I may not wear shoes a lot, but I do need to take my cane with me everywhere. These days, at least. Oh yeah, and I just realized this a second ago. Because I'm standing in grass. Nice, green, soft grass. Try walking around in grass barefoot. I haven't done it for a long time, even though I'm out walking here with no shoes regularly. And you stop. I'm just taking the feeling. It's really nice. Back. Yep. Yeah. And the reason I'm leaving this recording, so you guys, because I can talk about this all I want with the arthritis and stuff, but I find that people get it really until they see it. Most of the time. Sit you down. Yeah. Yep. Sky was there too. Yeah. He was fun. Very cool. Thanks for the sandwich. Welcome.
All you have to do is turn on the heat under yours in about 10 minutes and it'll be done. Just have to heat it back up.
Oh, cool.
It needs spice. If I were you, I would taste it and then spice a little bit before you warm it up. So there's a little bit of time to, cook it in.
Okay.
I thought it came out really bland. But I figured, we might still be doing something to it.
Yep. I made a stew. See? I don't know if you guys heard, but she said I was going to have to season it. I'll go grab some herbs. Oh, my God, guys. This is recording for an hour. My plants. Mom also got me a watering can. Look at all the plants. I like these guys. They're beautiful. Those are our grapes. Look how good they're coming along. This one is sunflower seeds, and if you look right here, oh no, that's not it. Oh, never mind. I thought it was growing. But we got some mint, we got basil, we got lettuces, and we got all these that we got yesterday. These are fuchsias. This is the leeks, chives, mustard, rosemary. What's this one? Italian oregano. Don't remember what this one is. What are you? Thyme. And then this is sage. I thought more mint. Oh no, not mint. The basil. Guess not. Yeah, look at how my plants are doing. Doing very well. Sorry, alarm. These guys are dying though. Not entirely sure. I don't think the conditions out here are good for those two. But look at all the other stuff growing. That one's growing up good too. I have to admit though, the weirdest thing about doing vlogs, and talk to yourself. What seems like talking to yourself. I'm talking to you guys. I'm gonna have to flavor this, so yeah, right there. And then the pot save. Garlic powder. Got baked potatoes in here. I gotta cut up a little bit. And these potatoes are gonna cook down real nice. Red basil leaves, or fresh basil. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some of my herbs. I'll be right back. got some basil, I got some thyme, and I got some oregano. Oh, they smell good. I am going to tear them up a little bit, just to get the oil going. I just drop them in there. I'm only putting them in there for flavor and vitamins. I think I've said this, but I'm forgetting to eat a lot these days. So having something like this made ready, very nice. Vitamins, that can be a whole lot different. That's good. As soon as that heats up, that's good. Perfect. Cut myself. No, I didn't cut my other foot though. Oh dear. I don't think I'm gonna do any editing to this. I'll just post them up as a couple videos because each one is long. I don't know why I'm whispering though. Doesn't make any sense. Alright, anything else? We have some emeralds knives. These are really good. Can't even hardly tell whatever you're cutting through is there. Nice little set. I think I talked about it before. Yeah. Drink you later. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any of them. I'm just gonna post it as is. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I don't got much. Don't got anything else to say, and don't really have any other reason to be recording right now. So, thank y'all for watching. The Redneck Gentleman again. Has been a vlog. I'll see y'all next time.